right, so I'm in the kitchen of all kitchens right now with Ray from the old barn. And Ray, I guess when it comes to granite and quartz and marble, people think kitchens.
Yep.
But I've seen firsthand with the work that you guys do, so much more than kitchens.
Obviously, kitchens are our main bread and butter, but we've done anything you can think of. If you can think about cladding it with stone, we've done it with fireplaces, shower areas, outdoor kitchens. We've made novelty things for people, like we have the ghosts for Halloween and like
I've seen you guys do an old school Nintendo controller.
Yes.
If you can visualize it,
yep.
The old barn can make that dream come true.
Yeah. Generally, yeah.
Obviously, this is a multi-generational business. I love the story. You were away from Midwestern Ontario. You came back home after Dad started up the business. Now you run it yourself. Yeah. Tell me about how this business was when Dad started it.
So this actually started out as my grandparents' cattle farm. Grandma and Grandpa were getting older. Dad had retired from his previous company, and he just bought the property as a way to help them out, and then slowly started renovating it. And then time went on. He had a shop that was just sitting there empty and decided to start doing, actually at the time, concrete countertops, and then moved into natural stone. And then at the time, I was working in radio and decided to try something else, and Dad was looking for help, so I moved home, and that was 20 years ago. So we always focused on, we have to take care of the customer, we have to focus on quality, and everything that goes out has to be at the top end of everything. I'm part of this community, I've grown up here, and I want everybody just to have a good experience when they're here.
When I think about you guys, I think, man, what do they specialize in? You guys specialize in specializing.
Yes.
Essentially a concept that gets brought to you. Instead of saying no, you guys are the how-to people.
Yeah, we like to be realistic with customers. If they come with an idea to us, it's not a no, but it's also like, this is what reality will let us do for what you want to do, but bring us your ideas and we'll try to make it happen as much as we possibly can. Yeah.
I think that's the big thing, right? Nowadays, everybody trying to make those dollars go further. Everybody has a budget, they want to stick to it. Yeah. And you guys are exceptional at being able to do that. And you're also very honest. You guys can take a budget, take a dream, and be flexible.
Yeah, there's a lot of options out there for different ways, especially when you get into the quartz. I mean, so there's going to be quartzes that are more budget friendly and ones that are out there. And generally, actually, granite, the natural stones, there's a lot of selection in the starting point. You can go a lot higher if you want to get into the more exotic stones, but there's a lot out there that is kind of in the starting realm for most people.
You're telling me not all stones are created equal?
Yes and no. I mean, they're all made by nature. Some stones, though, when they quarry them, they're really cool looking, but they may not survive all the transport and everything, so it dwindles how much you can get out of them. So generally, the more cool a stone can look, the less yield they got, so it's a little bit more expensive. It doesn't mean that it's better or worse than anything else. Expensive doesn't mean the best quality, it just usually means really cool looking. So you gotta be willing to deal with some of the stuff that comes along with those.
This is a multi-generational business that's been around for over 20 years, and it's top of the line. We're talking state of the art, yep. And it's all done in-house.
Yeah, everything is done here. So a lot of their shops, and it works for them, they'll have independent contractors, but everything done at the old barn is done by my crew, right from the measuring, fabrication, installs, everything done by people here at the old barn.
So when we talk about building the kitchen of your dreams, or building a new shower, or even just starting with the concept of I want, walk me through that process. Pretend that I am coming to you for the first time. What are some questions that I should be asking?
A lot of people don't know what the difference between granite and quartz and marble are. I mean, they're all beautiful things for your kitchen. And there's a lot of misleading information on the internet about all of these things. So the big thing is, people say, well, why is quartz better than granite? And I always say, it's not. It's another alternative to it. And to me, it always boils down to the look that you're going for. I love black granite. So quartz doesn't do black as well as granite does, so we went with a natural stone. Marble, which is our backsplash here, is beautiful, but it's not as sturdy of a countertop surface. It's more susceptible to damage and things. So for dimensional stone, so on walls, it works really good because it doesn't have the wear and tear that's on it. So don't go into a situation thinking that I'm only gonna have this one thing because I read on the internet that's what the best solution for my project is. we'll always be honest with you what we think will work good for you in your home, but a lot of it boils down to just the look you're going for. Some people really love wild patterns. Well, then natural stone is the way you go. People want a little more subtle. Quartz can be the option for you.
So don't believe everything you read on the internet.
Yeah.
I think that is a really great one, because what do we often do? We see something on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and say, I need it, I want it.
Yep.
But what somebody has in their home may not be practical for you. If you've got 4 kids that are smashing everything on everything, you may not want to go marble for your brand new countertops when it comes to the kitchen of your dreams.
What we like to do is take your idea, but also the reality of the situation that you're working in, because something can look beautiful online and in that house, in that picture, but move it to your specific situation, it may not work out or look the way you think it's going to do. So I don't try to talk people out of ideas, but I try to give them the reality around of what has to be done to make that work in your space.
Yeah, you're not talking somebody out of what they want, you're talking them into what they essentially need.
Yeah.
Hibernation season almost upon us.
Yep.
But let's talk about patios, because I know a lot of people, it's getting more and more expensive to go on vacation, creating their own vacation in their backyards.
Yep.
Outdoor kitchen's got to be huge right now.
We do a lot of outdoor kitchens. During COVID, everybody couldn't travel, so they said, let's spend some budget on our place and make our own oasis outside. And it's a great meeting place. Like, if you have a party in the winter, everybody's in your kitchen. If you have a party in the summer, everybody wants to be outside, but there's no kitchen outside. So let's put a kitchen outside, and then everybody will be hanging out there.
Let's talk bathrooms as well, because again, seeing a lot more people utilizing quartz, granite, marble in their bathrooms.
Yeah, we do a lot of shower applications, especially with the quartz. We can do a lot of cases where your countertop can match the stone that's going on your wall. A big thing with showers is that you can do a solid panel wall with no grout lines. You're never dealing with grout cleaning ever again. It's one big piece and it's completely sealed. You're never worrying about mildew or anything getting in behind it. So it's a good option for that. And what's nice about us, like literally every kitchen we cut out, there's leftover pieces, which are perfect for doing vanities. We offer them at a small discounted price just so you can come in and try to clad every room that you can possibly think of.
Man, what a great way to bring the entire room full circle.
That's right.
And you can do it at a discount. I love that. Fireplace is often the focal point of somebody's living room, somebody's den. You guys do it, and you guys do it better than most.
Yeah, it's one of those cool things you can do to create another dimension in your home. If you take a stone with a long vein or grain in it and turn it vertically, you've created a vertical space in your house. And yes, it does become a large focal point for you. A lot of times when people come to our shop and see our slabs, they'll say, oh, it looks like art that should be hanging on a wall. Well, we can literally do that and surround your fireplace where everybody wants to hang out during the winter.
But being realistic about budgets and also being realistic about everybody's homes, because everybody's got a different looking home. You've touched on it before. Some people see something on the internet, it's like, oh my gosh, I need that. You guys can adapt people's styles and people's preference. It doesn't always have to be one giant stone that goes in.
So like my own personal fireplace, it's in a 9-foot ceiling. Stone comes 9 feet tall. We could technically do it, but I broke it up with a mantle in between. It makes it a little easier for us to get it in, and it actually creates another dimension for you to look at. Solid stone is beautiful, but yeah, you got to think about how we're going to get it in there.
I think that's a common misconception, is that, oh, these guys got a ton of machinery, they're going to get the stones in. No. The machinery that you guys have is called manpower.
Yeah, once we get to a house, it's all just manual labor. We have a wheel that we move it around on, but getting it in place is all by manpower, yeah.
It's all local guys and gals that are putting their blood, sweat, and tears into the work, which is going back out into the region, and the dollars are staying in the region because you guys turn around and you help so many different organizations.
Well, we try to. I mean, the area's been good to us, so we'll be good back to everybody else. So we sponsor lots of hockey teams. We sponsor baseball, the dog park in Durham that just opened up. You know, we had a small part in helping out with that. So all of my guys live here, and we love to be part of the community in this area. Yeah.
I want to talk about the old barn's involvement in the community. While you guys are, as we talk about, not the granite shop in the middle of nowhere, you're the granite shop in the middle of everywhere. You live up to that with a lot of the philanthropic stuff, a lot of the stuff that you guys do to give back. And I want you to mention a few of the organizations that you support, because I'm sure that they're watching right now and love you guys.
Sure. I grew up playing hockey here. My kids play sports here. So the Saugus Valley Steelheads, Walkerton Hockey we donate to. our local senior A team, the Durham Thundercats. So it means a lot because it gives stuff for people to do in the area and helps them come out, especially the senior hockey in Durham. Durham on a Friday night, there's always something to do. It's the Thundercats in the winter, and it gets you out for it. So
now let's talk about some of the things about this, because you've been doing it for a long time, right? What about it gets Reay charged up every day?
Again, like just seeing a complete project, knowing that the granite countertop or the quartz countertop is kind of like the cherry on top. Everybody wants to show off their kitchen, so it's a good feeling when somebody is showing off my product in their home, and everybody gets to see it and be around it.
If you've got the right countertop, you can take a kitchen and make it look like $1 million.
We do it all the time. There'll be people hemming and hawing, like I have golden oak cabinets from the 80s. Should I be painting? Should I be doing? I'm like, well, start with the countertop, because it is amazing when you pull out the countertop from the 90s and put in one of these, how much of a facelift it causes immediately. I mean, you can go that extra distance, but there's a lot of kitchens we do that as soon as the stone's on, it just transforms everything else around it and just freshens it up. Yeah.
I know what a lot of people are thinking, Reay. Weather's getting colder, so maybe I'll give you guys a call right now at the old barn. But that's not the case, because everybody are always thinking about improvements they want to make to their homes. So maybe you're thinking, okay, they're going to be super busy right now. I'm going to wait until the spring. Yeah. That's not always the best idea either.
No, and it fluctuates when our busy time is. It used to be Thanksgiving to Christmas was an insanely busy time, but it shifts. And especially now with builders putting foundations in all year long, construction carries on. And like, honestly, we're steady all the time. So, we'll make room for you.
They're busy all the time, but they're gonna make the time to spend some quality time with you here at the Old Barn. The Granite Shop, not in the middle of nowhere, but in the middle of everywhere. Check them out for yourself. Facebook, Instagram, and right here on Mulock Road.